But I am so glad that the Bible does not hide the flaws of its heroes because it shows us, right? It shows us the reality of serving God. And so while David was a man after God's own heart, he had flaws. And it's possible to be really good in one area, but to be bad in another area. The reality of Christianity is that there is good and bad in all of us. And I'm going to say that again. There is good and bad in all of us. And as we roll it into this number one, I want to encourage you, don't be critical of yourself, but it's important that you be honest with yourself. Don't be critical of yourself, but it's important that you be honest with yourself. Why? Because when I read things like this, and David was a great man, but we are able to see David in his mistake, in his humanity, because I want to highlight the reality of Christianity that there is good and bad in everybody. So that eliminates, right, anybody to be able to be judgmental or critical of anybody. And just because your flaws are not my flaws, that doesn't give you the right to criticize me. But guess what? That doesn't give me the right to criticize you. But I believe that the Bible doesn't hide the flaws and imperfection and mistakes of the people in it. Why? Because the Bible wants you to understand that no matter what it is you struggle with, just because your struggle is not mine, but no matter what you struggle with, that God can help you with it. And that's going to be my number one tonight. Come on, I want you to say that. Say, God can help me with it. Hear me when I say that God can help you with it. The Bible does not hide the flaws of people. The Bible does not hide the mistakes and imperfections of people, but it allows you to see them so that you can identify with having internal struggles. And I want you to hear me when I say this, that because we are good at some areas, but because we are bad in some areas, that does not make you any less saved. That does not make you any less usable by God. Internal struggles don't make you unsaved, they make you human. And I love that the Bible shows us that its heroes are still human. It shows us that God uses imperfect people so I don't have to fake being perfect. I can be real enough with myself to say to God, God, I'm struggling in this area. And I want that to encourage you tonight because I want to stress the fact that you don't have to fake being perfect, but you can take your issues to God because God can help you with it. I think too many times we paint the picture of God like he's waiting for us to mess up, like he's waiting for us to slip up, like he's waiting for us to do something wrong so that he can destroy us, when in reality, God wants you to recognize that he can help you with it. And so I want to stress this point that David sinned, right? And God brought it to him. And I want you to hear me when I say this, but God didn't kill him. God didn't immediately throw him out of, just like he didn't do Saul. And it shows us, right, that the heroes of the Bible were human. But it's designed to show us that our relationship with God is not always going to be up, but sometimes it's going to be down. Our relationship with God is not always going to be perfect, but sometimes it's going to be tedious. It shows us that you can take your internal struggles to God, that you can be honest with God enough to say, God, I'm struggling in this area and I need you to help me. And I think we don't enough stress the fact that God is here to help us, not just with church, but with the things that we're struggling with. Sometimes our attitudes, right? Right? Sometimes our anger. Sometimes anger gets the best of us. Sometimes our lust gets the best of us. Sometimes we envy things. Come on, I want you to be real tonight. Sometimes we're greedy. Sometimes we're petty. But I want you to hear me when I say this. Before you get to the point that David got, recognize that you can talk to God about it because God can help you with it. I want you to say that. That's going to be the word for the rest of the week, that God can help me with it. God, my attitude is bad, but I'm telling you because I believe, come on, you can help me with it. I got lust going through my body. I wish I could be real. Lust is just control it by my God, but I'm bringing it to you before I act on it because I believe, come on, that you can help me with it. And I hope that's an encouragement for you tonight. Come on, I want you to remember that. God said God can help me with it.